Okay, so imagine you close a deal in Pipedrive and ClickUp instantly creates a folder, a list, and pre-filled tasks for that specific deal. Let me show you how it all works. And so on the left hand side, as you can see, I've got Pipedrive open with a couple of deals. And on the right hand side, I've also got ClickUp, which is open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of the deals here in Pipedrive. And hypothetically speaking, I'm going to say that this deal is 1. So in order to do that, on the top right hand side, there's two options, won or lost. So I'm going to select 1. And just to ensure that this deal is actually 1, I'm going to scroll to the bottom and click save. And what's going to happen immediately on the right hand side is that ClickUp is going to create a folder, a list, and pre-filled tasks for this specific deal. Let's check it out. So as you can see at the bottom here, we have the Solar Guys campaign. And on the left hand side, you can also see in Pipedrive that the deal name was the Solar Guys. So we can see that this deal was successfully created within ClickUp. So here's the folder for it. So the Solar Guys campaign. And then if we open it, there's a few things that appear over here. As you can see just below, we have the list which was created. So I'm going to click on the list. And then last but not least, we should also have then the tasks which are under the list. So we're going to click on there. And here's all the information which has already been pre-filled in terms of this campaign. This is amazing. As you can see, it says the Solar Guys campaign process, and then it has a guide over here, and then here we go, there's custom fields and then subtasks. So these are all the tasks that need to be fulfilled in terms of this specific deal which is coming from Pipedrive. We also have checklists for the specific deal, and here we go, we managed to successfully create certain tasks and a folder and a list regarding this specific deal from Pipedrive. What an amazing automation. Hi, my name is Peter from Connex Digital. We are an automation and integrations company that specializes in Pipedrive and ClickUp automations. If you're interested in working with us, please be sure to book a free discovery call with us. If you want more information, please check the links down below in the description of this video. Without further ado, let me show you how you can build this Pipedrive and ClickUp automation. Alright, it's time to get into it. The digital automation platform that we'll be using to create this automation is Zapier. So we'll be using one Zap that has 5 different actions to complete this automation. So the first action is a trigger action, and this is called updated deal within Pipedrive. Then the second action is a performance action, which is find an organization within Pipedrive. Then the third action is we're going to create an organization folder in ClickUp. The fourth action is that we're going to create a project task list within ClickUp. And then the last action is where we're going to create campaign tasks within ClickUp. So let's get into it and let me show you how you can build this for yourself. So the first action is a trigger action, which is called updated deal in Pipedrive. And if we get into it, just to explain what is happening, this action is going to trigger when a deal within Pipedrive is 1. So any deal in Pipedrive which is selected as 1 or which is configured as 1, this is going to trigger this specific Zap, and this action is going to be triggered. So the status, as you can see on the right hand side, is 1. So every time a deal is 1, then this is when this app is going to be triggered, and also this action is going to be triggered, and we also filter it by status. Then it's going to go into the second action. So the second action is find organization. So what are we doing in terms of this specific action? Well, we're looking for the specific deal within Pipedrive, because think about it like this. Maybe in Pipedrive, there are countless and countless of deals, and it's going to be a big headache if you search manually for that specific deal that you're trying to work with. But what's nice about this action is that once the deal has been won, then we're going to use the organization ID to identify it. And so that is what is happening here. We're filtering the deal according to the organization ID so that we can get it specifically and also work with it. And as soon as we get the organization ID, then that's when we can proceed to the next actions of this specific automation. And so you can see here that I've mapped organization ID just under ID so that I can actually get the specific deal. Then once that's done, then we're going to go into the ClickUp actions. And so here it says create an organization folder. So this is when we start creating the specific assets in ClickUp for the specific deal. So the first one is creating a folder within ClickUp. So as you can see, I'll just map the name of the deal within the folder name. So this essentially is going to create the folder within ClickUp for this specific deal. And then once I'm done with that, it's going to go into then the next action. And the next action is called create project tasks list. And so what are we doing here? So after we have created the folder, then we're going to create the list that exists within the folder. And that's why, as you can see over here, I mapped the ID over here under folder. So whatever we're getting in terms of what we created as a folder is what's going to be mapped over here. And then if I scroll down, you can see that I put here the list name and I mapped also the name of the specific deal within Pipedrive. And so here we are creating then a task list. We are creating the list that exists within ClickUp. So we're creating the name of the list, and then why are we mapping it in terms of the folder ID? Because we want this specific list to be embedded within the folder in ClickUp. That's all that we are doing right here. And last but not least, we have the last action, which is create campaign tasks. And essentially what are we doing here? We are taking the folder as well as the list that we created in ClickUp, and then we're matching it to the templated tasks that we have added within ClickUp. So as you can see here, we've got the folder, we've got the list, and then here where it says template, as you can see, it says campaign plan. We want the folder and the list that we created in ClickUp to match the template that we have already added within ClickUp. And the template name is called campaign plan. And if you saw in the demo, you saw that it had, a guided plan, it had checklists, it also had like subtasks and all of that. So once the folder and the list is created, then we're just going to have it being templated, very nice, being pre-filled with everything ready for the specific campaign within Pipedrive. And as you can see, we can also then have a task name, which will be the name of the deal, and then it says campaign process. So in the previous example, as you guys saw, the deal was called the Solar Guys, and so here it would be the Solar Guys campaign process. That's the task name. And so once that is created, then you are done with this specific Zap. You are done with this entire automation. If this sparked interest for you and you're interested in us building this for you, please be sure to reach out to us and book a free discovery call with us. If you want more information, please check the links down below in the description. If you want to check us out on our website, you can visit us at connex.digital. Please be sure to like, to share, also to subscribe to our channel so that we can give you more valuable content. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.